Today, Disney's in trouble. Netflix wants Christopher Nolan. Quentin Tarantino does Rambo.
And Taika Waititi is doing Flash Gordon? Pew, 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 pew. What's up with that?
This show has no class.
Tell me what to do with my mic. Kiss
Insane.
my booty, man.
Wait, real quick. Do you hear that, Ernesto?
What?
Do you hear that? You hit in the air? Do you hear that? It's the sound of 101 subscribers.
Yeah! Sorry, man. We're really stoked. We're really excited. It's to some people it's small, but to us it's monumental. We just can't believe that 101 people listen to us, and we're thankful for everyone that tunes in on Spotify, on YouTube, and subscribes to us. Thank you so much, man. This means a lot to us, man. Thank
Truly,
you.
we are very, very happy with everyone that listens, that comments. Even if you don't like the show and comment and listen through it, we appreciate you.
Absolutely.
We love everyone who listens to this podcast, and we hope to grow this community even more throughout time, but we appreciate our 101 subscribers. So we are very happy. 101 Dalmatians.
101 Dalmatians. But yeah,
This is
just
the sequel.
thank you, everybody, man. We do appreciate it. And now we are working on the fireworks.
Appreciating. Yeah, we will be launching fireworks as of recent.
We
Ernesto
will.
did promise that. And
And we're gonna make it happen now.
We're gonna make it happen.
We're gonna make it happen. So
Anyway, I didn't do my intro. You were listening to the Zillow Boys podcast. I'm Jacob, and that is Ernesto.
cheers, everybody.
Cheers to our 101 subscribers.
To our 101 subscribers.
Coffee and
All right.
beer.
Coffee and beer.
Real quick, if you have not subscribed to the Zillow Boys podcast, go ahead and subscribe down below. Click the notification bar to get notifications on our most recent podcast. If you don't listen to one
Apple
on
Play,
YouTube,
Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Google Podcasts, Spotify. If everyone who listens on the Spotify, we thank you guys because you guys are listening to us, but you can't see us act a fool or act like idiots. So sometimes the jokes don't land if you can't see us acting a fool. So but we do appreciate
highly recommend
you.
watching on YouTube so you can see Ernesto rub the mic on his butt.
You told me don't touch my mic. This is my mic. I do what I
That
want
is
to with it.
that's
That's like
abusing
me- that's
the mic.
like me telling
It's
you-
abusing the mic.
It's my mic. I'll abuse it. Shit.
I think that mic is going to take you to court.
That's a nice mic.
All right, I'm leaving. 101. I'm quit. I'm done. This is
You're
it.
done.
I'm done for me.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, once again, thank you, everybody. Let's get to the show.
All
First
right.
Topic of the day. Scarlett Johansson is going to sue Disney.
Oh
Essentially,
my God.
rich people are suing rich people. So here's the whole thing. Scarlett Johansson is suing Disney for breach of contract on her side. So Disney has told her originally when The Black Widow was going to be released into theaters, this was before the COVID pandemic, that she was going to get extra bonuses based on how good it does in theaters. Now, clearly, because of the COVID pandemic, that changed everything. It was going to be released on Disney Plus, and that changed everything, which means that Disney did not warn her of the breach in protocol because it was released on Disney Plus first and not in theaters. So, technically, they breached their contract.
What do you mean she didn't know what was going on, man? Like, okay, if she didn't know what was going on, they would have released her damn movie back in 2019.
Right.
Or 2020, they would have released that movie like, hey, it's not coming out in 2020. What's going on? Oh, this is happening.
Yeah.
She wasn't aware of that? She didn't understand that her movie being released a year and some change later is because of, it was breach of protocol. I don't understand.
Here's what I think that she thought was going to happen. Honestly, what I kind of thought Disney should have done originally, because Black Widow isn't doing as good as people would have hoped, at least box office wise right now. Like, it's doing fine ratings wise, but box office wise, like, it's not getting as much as people hoped. So what they were going to do originally is they were going to have an original theatrical run first before releasing it onto Disney Plus, so it could get that theater money, and then they release it on Disney Plus, and then they get that Disney Plus money. But they didn't do that, and Scarlett Johansson assumes that that's a bad thing, and then she's suing Disney because she's not getting that extra money that she was going to get when it was released in theaters.
Okay, I know she's upset. Well, she's because they released on Disney Plus. Well,
Sure.
people are still scared to go to the theater.
Yeah.
There's still COVID-19 out there. Not a lot of people are vaccinated. A lot of people don't want to follow, COVID protocol or I don't want to freaking follow it. Or, people are the Delta variant's coming out really strong right now. I think she's just upset because word of mouth got to this movie and it wasn't that good. It wasn't worth a year and a half wait. They should have went ahead and released this.
Yeah.
I thought the way it was.
Well, let's get to our feelings about the movie in just a second, because
Okay.
we'll go ahead and let everyone know what we feel about the movie. But the whole situation about this, do you think it's fair? Do you think it's fair on Disney's part? Do you think it's fair on Scarlett Johansson's part?
Dude, she already got her money. She got what they said. She got paid $20 million already, man, up front. They're the one taking all the risk. They're the one that spent $200+ million on this movie and had to put it on the shelf for a year and a half, and then pay again to pay for promo stuff.
Right.
Like, I mean, they're just trying to make a profit, and they're not really going to make any money on this.
Not really, no.
Because the movie's only made like $220 million globally.
Yeah.
Or maybe $250 with the Disney Plus stuff.
Yeah.
And this thing cost like $500 million to make after, delaying it and interest payments and all this stuff.
Yeah. And that's a whole like promo that they had to like release trailers, they had to release promo art,
again,
and all of that got
over,
canceled because of COVID-19.
And they had to do it again.
Yeah,
all over again. So
it's the same thing with like most movies. Like I don't think most people understand this. Like when you promote a movie, like that's like half the cost. Because it takes so much time to put banners out, to put trailers out, to put promo ads out, to like get ads like McDonald's and like sell your toys. Like all of that stuff like goes into promoting a movie and getting people's interest in seeing that movie. And that's a lot of time and effort and money. And to do that twice because of the COVID pandemic, because they had to do it once, and then COVID hit, they couldn't do it in theaters, and now they had to do it again.
Right.
Now that being said, I'm not really on Disney's side. I'm not on Scarlett Johansson's side either, because to me, like it just seems like two rich companies babbling back and forth.
Yeah, because I don't care about Disney, man. Disney sucks, man. Disney treats their employees like crap. They treat their. I mean, I'm not defending Disney at all, but I'm saying like from a business standpoint, man, it makes sense, you know. And her, man, like she already made $20 million on this damn movie, man, and she's complaining because she didn't get $50 more million, man. Like, come on, dude. Like, what's up, dude?
Disney is going to act the way they act, and whether I'm a fan of it or not, they are acting within their self-interest, and they are acting within their business interests. And for business standards, this makes the most sense.
See,
as much as I understand Scarlett Johansson's frustration,
if she pulled,
get over it. You're so rich.
If she pulled like a Joaquin Phoenix, and Joaquin Phoenix gave up some of his pay to go towards the budget to make the movie better, and then get the money on the back end, that's different.
Yeah.
She got her damn money. He gave up most of his money because he believed in his film. If she would have done that, that would have been different. Like, hey, I put my money in to help pay for the film, and now I need my money on the back end. That's different. But she didn't do that.
Yeah.
Joaquin Phoenix did that, and he didn't even get. I don't think he got a bonus. I know Todd Phillips did because Todd Phillips did the same thing. He gave up some of his salary to make the movie better.
Mm-hmm. And correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't Scarlett Johansson the highest paid actress in Hollywood right now?
I don't think so, man.
I think she's definitely one of them, if not the case. I actually want to figure that out right now. Let's figure it out like on the podcast.
I mean, when she only got like, I think it was like $6 million for the Avengers. Like Robert Downey Jr. got like $35 million, $40 million for the Avengers. Everybody else got like 5 or 6.
I mean,
but I'm saying she still got paid a pretty good amount of money, man. And the movie's gonna flop. It's gonna flop. As of right now, it's a flop. So she shouldn't be complaining about getting anything. You know, she should just be happy with what she got.
Okay, she's the second highest paid actress in Hollywood. So Sofia Vergara.
Really?
Sure, she's one of the highest paid actors. No. I take it back. Scarlett Johansson is the highest paid actress.
At what?
From 2020 to 2021, she's the highest paid actress.
What's her average per movie?
$56 million. $56 million? Woman? Are you insane? You're fine. You're fine. You are totally fine. $56 million is more than I've made in my entire life and will make in my entire life.
If anything,
You're fine.
Man, they should give more money to the production people, man.
Oh my
like the
gosh.
people who make the sets, who do run the lights and run the sound. And I mean, I'm sorry, man. I work on films with you, and I do a lot of production stuff, and that's where all the hard work is, man. Not the person in front. Yes, the person in front of the camera is very important, and without them, the movie wouldn't be anything.
Truly.
But there's so many turning wheels behind the camera that make what's in front of the camera count, man. And that's where I think the money should go, man. Not to someone who's already got their big chunk of change. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about some like a blue collar laborer type person who's trying to feed a family, make a living. That's who I think needs to get that money, not her.
Truly.
So,
I'm not knocking on Scarlett Johansson's talent because she's a wonderful actress.
Yes.
She has deserved like the success in her career.
Absolutely.
But that being said, like I 100% agree. Like for the amount of people that are behind the sets and actually doing like a legitimate amount of work, like the big heads usually get the most credit, like the director, the producer, the actor, the actress.
Right.
Like all those people, like they're the head honchos, generally speaking. But at the same time, like there are so many people behind the scenes who are busting their butt, making sure this movie works. And generally speaking, like the movie functions because they're there. The movie functions because you get the unthanked, not paid as much, people behind the scenes that are just working because they want to, or they're hired to, or they
even
wouldn't work because of them.
Some of them are not even getting paid.
Yeah.
They're just there for like as interns and stuff,
Yeah.
man. Like even on our film, there are people that are working, they're not even getting paid.
Yeah.
But I want to make sure they were treated well, you know? Like I don't know, man. It's just like
Yeah,
I'm a producer, but I'm also I spin many plates behind the camera, man, and I take that in consideration.
This
bro.
is why I'll never go to Hollywood. Like, I'm a filmmaker, but I will never go to Hollywood. I will remain in Texas. I'm going to make my movies in Texas.
I think I'd go to Hollywood, but I'd just do my thing different, man. I'd try to do it differently, bro.
Yeah,
you know?
but there are filmmakers that don't do that. Like, there are filmmakers that don't go to Hollywood, and they are still successful by themselves.
And not just J-Lo was suing people. Now Emma Stone's talking about getting lawyering up.
Yeah.
Because they did the same thing with her movie. But, I mean, people didn't like her movie, man. I think
It was Cruella, right?
Yeah, I think people are just using this as an excuse to get paid, man. Because, like, I'm sorry, people didn't like your movie. It's just, you know, and word of mouth, people are watching, you know, Black Widow on Disney Plus, and you can share that password, and people, I mean, for $30, like 5 families are watching this. And they're like, oh, this movie's not that great. I'm not going to. I wouldn't. The thing about early release is that you can see the movie and judge it before you go theater. Like, if you watch a movie in the theater, you're F because, you know, you don't get to see what's going on. But here you can see it and preview it. And if you really like it, then go to the theater. And if not, then, you know, what's up? It's whatever, you know.
I honestly think, like, if we're talking about business decisions, now I am not a film business aficionado,
right?
But I am saying, like, it makes sense to release it in theaters first, have that theater run of people who are actually interested in going out and seeing, like, because theaters are still doing good, despite what a lot of people had said. Theaters are going to live on, like, thank God, because I love theaters, and I'm one of those theater-going people. I want to go out and see it on the big screen, but there are also people like, that's too much effort. And also, that's too much people. I just want to stay inside and see that movie.
It's not that. It's people. I mean, people are broke right now. There are people out of work. People don't have any money. And they're going to go spend $60, $75 taking their family to the damn theater to watch a movie. No.
Just watch it on HBO.
Watch it on HBO Max. Just pay the $15.99 a month.
Yeah.
I mean, and if the movie really is truly good and really fantastic and kicks ass and is worthy, then those people will probably go see it in the theater. Like Mortal Kombat, I'm glad I didn't go see Mortal Kombat in the theater. I was so disappointed in Mortal Kombat, man.
Yeah.
You know, Zack Snyder's Justice League, I wish was out in the theater because I would love to see that in IMAX on the big screen.
Imagine seeing that in the IMAX theater. But we would have to have an intermission. That'd be like the Hateful Eight, Quentin Tarantino.
Oh my God, I would love to see it in the theater. I wish I could, but I can't. But Mortal Kombat wasn't good.
The Roadshow, where they had the Roadshow of
Space Jams on Legacy wasn't good.
No.
I mean, my daughter liked it, but she's 10. You know,
Yeah. As much as a lot of like film aficionados like don't like the streaming services, like it makes sense for this time.
Right.
And like as much as COVID has changed everything, I do like respect the fact that you are able to watch it from your home. And as much as I love the theaters, and I want my movies to play on the big screen, like that's just a thing that I want. But at the same time, like it gives people options.
I love watching it on my couch with my 4K TV and my surround sound.
Yeah.
I hate going to a theater and someone's talking or interrupting, and if you say something, they get upset.
Yeah.
Or someone brings a baby into an R-rated horror movie that the baby shouldn't even be in there. And when you ask them, you know, the baby starts crying, they get upset when hey, can you take the baby out? You know, I don't like that. I don't like having to go through that, man. I'd rather just pay the money, sit at home, and watch it at home, man.
Yeah.
I can press pause. I use the bathroom. I don't have to worry about missing nothing.
Yeah.
I can crack a cold beer. I don't have to pay $8 for a beer at the damn movie tavern. I can, buy a 6-pack of Lone Star. You know,
Exactly. And that's why I think that Disney Plus should have done their theater run first and get those people who are interested in going to the theater out and then release on Disney Plus afterwards, and then they get their Disney Plus money.
Or maybe just wait like a month.
Yeah.
Let it run a month, and then after a month, do the Disney, Plus early access.
Yeah. But again, I'm not a business aficionado. I don't know how that's going to work. Maybe I'm wrong. But at the same time, I understand Disney's reasoning because of the COVID pandemic. At the time, things changed, and things change.
I bet you Daniel Craig suits Sony.
Daniel Craig?
Yeah, because of freaking Bond 21. It'll be 2 years before Bond comes out.
Honestly, like
it should have came out in 1919. I mean 2019. It's not gonna come out until like almost 2022, bro. And they're talking about pushing it back further. He's gonna sue him, dude. By the time it comes out, no one's gonna care, bro. I don't care anymore. I don't care.
And like, I at least respect like movies like Top Gun. That's at least like, no, we're sticking to this date, and like you can't move us. Like, we're gonna stick to this. What is Bond doing? I have no idea. Like,
I don't
that's
know
the
what
whole
Bond's
thing.
doing. They're talking about early
Quit
access.
changing it.
I think Netflix tried to buy it. It's in. I don't know what's going on with it, man.
Netflix is like seeing opportunities
But
here.
Dune,
Let's roll the
I'm
dice.
gonna go watch Dune in theater, and Ghostbusters Afterlife. I'm gonna go watch that in the theater. There's I'm
'Cause
sorry.
even like, I know you like seeing movies at home, but you understand like there is a reason why people go to the theaters. 'Cause
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
It's an experience. It's different.
I just honestly haven't seen a movie besides Zack Snyder's Justice League that I have seen that I really would rather go see in the theater. Like Kong vs. Godzilla was good,
Yeah.
but it was the in between parts of the fights were freaking boring, dude. I don't want to wait 2 hours for 20 minutes of good stuff.
True.
I'd rather just stay at home and go use the bathroom.
Yeah.
While the boring stuff's going on.
Remember when me and Asa came over to the house and you said, "Hey, let's watch Kong vs. Godzilla," and we just fast forward all this boring stuff. We just saw the fights.
That's right. Because I mean, but in the theater you have to wait through all that. I didn't want to wait through all that. A lot of that stuff didn't make sense.
Yeah. So that does actually transition us perfectly into our next topic. So Netflix is in talk with Christopher Nolan.
Oh, God.
Netflix wants to change Christopher Nolan's mind about his opinions on Netflix. So Christopher Nolan a while back said that Netflix was kind of ruining, or the streaming service was ruining the theater going experience, and that he did not agree with that whole thing. And Netflix saw that as an opportunity and is trying to change his mind, and they are in talks with having his next movie be on Netflix. So what do you think about that, Ernesto?
I don't think they ruined the movie going experience because I would say like 75% of the movies suck. Like a lot of their their own Netflix made movies, they're not really that good. Their TV shows are good, like their series are real good, but their movies aren't really that.
Nope.
Like I think this year they had The Guard was pretty good.
That was fun.
And
yeah.
then Extraction with Chris Hemsworth was good.
Ooh, that was fun too.
But other than that, I really don't know another movie that I can bring up. But like their series, like The Witcher, Love plus Death plus Robots was good. I mean, they have other ones.
Stranger Things, probably their most popular.
Yeah, when is that going to drop? Season 4.
Man, that's been delayed again. I'm not.
They'll
even
be like in their
anymore.
20s when this next one comes out.
I know. They're gonna be growing facial hair by the time we're done with this
I don't
thing.
know, man. I don't think Netflix has enough money to take a gamble on Christopher Nolan. I mean, his movies average from 150 to 200 million a movie.
Well, it's Netflix we're talking about. They have like the industry in streaming movies and TV series. Like as much as their movies suck, like they have a lot of money.
The Irishman, that was really good.
Yeah, that was true.
I actually sat down and gave
Maybe that's why he changed his mind, because he saw The Irishman and realized Martin Scorsese had a good idea when he brought it on Netflix, and they gave him the budget and the creative freedom.
And also, Netflix movies win awards. They win Oscars, bro.
They do.
They do.
Beast
and
of the Southern Wild, wasn't that a Netflix movie?
Yep.
That won some. They didn't like. It got some really good buzz.
You know, has a really good studio too is Amazon, because their movies get nominated for awards all the time too. But they're hit or miss. I'm not saying all the time. I'm saying they do put out some good work, and they do put out some bad work.
I just have some personal feelings towards the company of Amazon personally, but I'm not going to get into that.
Oh, because you work for Amazon.
Yeah. By the way, if anyone works for Amazon, if anyone's wanting to work for Amazon in the future, don't. That's my recommendation. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Anyway, continue before I get sued by Amazon.
I don't know, man. I mean, like, I don't think
Jeff Bezos.
I don't think Zack Snyder's movie made it was a big streaming success, but I don't think it cost a lot of money.
Yeah.
And even the prequel, was it Army of Thieves? Looks like it looks good, but I'm sure it's at a budget cost. You
Definitely.
know, like Christopher Nolan likes to push the envelope, even if his batshit crazy ideas and make no sense, like Tenet. But anyways, he likes to push the envelope, and I mean, if they sign like was it $3 or $4 million movie deal, and his first one sucks, and his second one sucks, and his third one sucks.
Well, here's the thing with Christopher Nolan, like is. As much as like he has flaws, like I know you hate Tenet, and I know you're not the biggest fan of some of his movies, but you think the practical stuff that he pushes in his movies and the theater going experience and the whole thing that he pushes with his movies, like his movies feel raw, his movies feel real, and his movies feel epic. And like a lot of like what Zack Snyder does, and as much as I like Zack Snyder, a lot of it is computer generated, and you can tell. And what Christopher Nolan does is says, no, screw you, I'm going to take a plane and crash it into a building.
Okay, but Christopher Nolan doesn't make movies for the common man. Zack Snyder makes a movie where everyone can enjoy it.
True.
You know, anyone can sit down and enjoy a Zack Snyder movie.
Well, he did make the Dark Knight trilogy.
I'm not saying okay, whatever, but I'm
Yeah.
saying not everyone can sit down and enjoy a Christopher Nolan movie.
True.
You know, if you want your brain to hurt and think about, you know, the movie like 100 times after you watched it, then yeah, watch a Christopher Nolan movie. But if you want to watch something that you go in and just have a good time, that's different. That's Zack
Right.
Snyder, and I think Netflix is courting him, but he brings a different kind of movie to Netflix. You know what I'm saying?
True. Do you think they'll change his mind though?
I don't think he's gonna do it, man. I think he likes himself too much.
I think, to be honest with you, I think he'll change his mind.
Nah,
I
think so.
I think the culture is shifting too fast for Christopher Nolan. And as much as I understand his reasoning for it, I understand like the traditionalist sense. It's the same sense that Quentin Tarantino has. The whole theater experience and the fact that they grew up with that. They grew up with going to the theater.
But also with Quentin Tarantino, you don't have to be the smartest man in the world to watch his movies.
You don't have to be, but I'm not talking about the movies. I'm talking about like their background as in the theater, and they wanted like the traditional.
It's like anyone can watch his movies and enjoy them. You don't have
Right.
to be a scientist to watch a Quentin Tarantino movie. Sometimes I feel like Christopher Nolan, you have to be a scientist or a doctor to understand what he's talking about.
Well,
man.
like in my opinion, like I think Inception is relatively straightforward. It's just told in an oddly confusing way. I don't think it's an issue like you have to think with his movies. I don't think that it's a bad thing that Christopher Nolan forces you to think. Now, sometimes he does it too much. Like with Tenet, that was too much. Like, what are you even doing?
No,
with that
he made
movie?
me think, but it still made no sense.
Yeah. Well, like what movies like with Interstellar, movies like with Inception.
I'm not, and also hold on. Let me not say that I do not like Christopher Nolan. I like a lot of his movies, but I'm saying a lot of his movies are, not everyone can watch them, or you know what I'm saying.
Right. But like I'm not necessarily talking about like their movies in particular because they have two different styles. That's fine. But I'm talking about like their background as traditionalist filmmakers and going to the movie when they were kids, seeing those big movies and like basing their whole filmmaking style off those movies, and they make their movies based on the big screen. Like watching Christopher Nolan on your phone is not the same as watching a Christopher Nolan movie on the freaking big screen.
But didn't they release Army of the Dead 2 weeks before it came out on Netflix in the theater?
I don't think so.
I think they did. I think Netflix did that. Netflix can do that. They have an option to release.
Maybe they did. That's possible. I might be wrong. I might be wrong.
I don't know. I mean, I think it's a risk, and like I said, Netflix. Their content as of late, like with the Kevin Smith He-Man thing now, that's a big whatever, and then that's backlash, and then if Christopher Nolan comes in and they spend $250 million on a movie and hardly anyone watches it, that's big for them, dude. I mean, the
Especially
critics
'cause
will
his
watch
last
it,
movie
and the
flopped.
I didn't like Tenet, dude. That's one of the reasons why I'm so cautious to go to the theater now, because I don't want to go through all that and spend money on a movie I did not enjoy, dude. I didn't enjoy Tenet, man.
It's a risk.
Yeah,
and that's why people like. The best thing about the theater is like you get to pick and choose which movies you get to get. Like Suicide Squad, Dune, like I will see in the theater.
Yeah, because we're gonna watch that this weekend, and their reviews are stellar, and I cannot wait to watch this movie. This movie is 50% of what I think it's gonna be. I will go watch this in the theater by myself. I don't care.
And by the way, just to show off a movie on the side, Green Knight. If you have not seen the movie, oh baby, it is an experience. Like that is a theater going experience. It is different than seeing, like, if I was watching it in your house on a 4K TV, it would be good, but it would not be the same as seeing that in the theater. That is an epic, wonderful experience. It's not for everybody, and it's not 100% same as the traditional fairy tale of the Green Knight. If you're going in expecting 100% true version, it's not that, but it does stay true to that, but it's a little different. So anyway, that's my review on the Green Knight. It's a really good movie, but be cautious.
He slipped in a review for the Green Knight.
I slipped in a review.
Well, anyways, I went to go watch Old on Thursday. I thought it was okay. I wish I would have waited till like on demand or whatever, early access or whatever. But anyways,
Love you.
so what do you think that Netflix should take the gamble on Christopher Nolan?
No, I think that Netflix has their best intentions, and I understand Christopher Nolan's point of view, and I love the theater. I want to go see movies in the theater, and I want my movies to play in the theater as well. But at the same time, like I understand the way society works now, and I like streaming services too. So I'm not
I really do.
I don't mind them at all. Like I think that if Christopher Nolan's smart, I think he probably should take this deal, and he should continue to talk with Netflix, and I think he should make a deal with them. But at the same time, if he doesn't, I will 100% stand by him, because he has his opinions on what makes a good movie and how you should see his movies. And if you said like this is the best experience in the theater, I'll believe him. Like, okay, I'll go see it in the theater.
I think it's just. I mean, for people watching movies at home, it's just a comfort thing, dude. Like you get to be at home. You can order pizza. You go to Chinese. You can,
It's great.
You can
It's
do.
fun.
You can pause. You take bathroom breaks. You know what I'm saying? You can put your kids to sleep. Then your spouse can watch the rest of the movie.
You can comment, and it's not annoying.
Yeah, it's. I don't know, man. It's just like
It is a different experience.
it is a different experience. I wouldn't say better. I would say just as equal though, man.
Yeah.
Because the pros and cons of it are just. It's immeasurable sometimes.
I'll give an example because I used to have a men's movie night at my church. I'll give an example of what constitutes as a movie. So we went to go see Logan a while back, men's movie night, just like a whole.
You guys
group
went
of
to go watch a rated R movie with titties in it,
Yeah.
and a church group.
Yep.
Okay,
It's a great movie. So we went to go
There's
see.
titties in that movie. You
Yeah.
guys close your eyes. No, I'm joking.
Didn't know it was coming up.
Sorry.
Anyway, my goodness. So we went to go see that in the theater.
Awesome
And if the movie, and like, of course you're taking a risk when you're going to the theater and there's a bunch of like crying children and annoying people. There's always annoying people that you want to punch right in the face because they're talking. But at the same time, like, if you have a group of people who are experiencing the same thing in a whole enclosed setting where everything's dark and you're only focusing on the big screen in front of you, when that's happening, that is a wonderful, magical experience. And like with Logan in particular, that was a whole emotional ride that I would not have been able to get if I was watching it at my TV at home. Like, I still watch Logan. Like, I have Logan on DVD. I still
too.
watch it at home.
Blu-ray. I have it on Blu-ray.
Yeah, I do DVD. I haven't got onto Blu-ray yet. But at the same time, like, I still watch it. It's a great movie, but it's not the same. So
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah, I totally agree. I would not want to watch Logan for the first time at home.
Yeah.
Man, it just that movie you have to watch on the big screen.
Yeah.
Like there's some movies you have to watch on the big screen, and
Yeah.
Black Widow just wasn't one of them for me. You know.
And like, to be honest with you, like, I liked Black Widow fine. It's not a bad movie. It's just not worth. It's definitely not worth going to the theater for.
No, it's not worth.
And it's not like in like retrospect, it was barely even a Black Widow movie.
It really wasn't like they said they were going to describe how that Budapest line in Avengers came about. This is just like Budapest, and all they did was talk about where they held up for 2 days. That was it. That was the explanation for Budapest.
Yep. I was expecting more of an origin story for Natasha, and we got that in the first 5 minutes, which was the best part of the movie.
I think watching things at home is better for people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I mean, I'm sorry, man. Like I said, right now people are out of work. People are losing their homes. They can't afford to just take their freaking kids to go spend. They got 4 kids. They can't spend $100 to the damn theater watching some damn movie that sucks.
Yeah.
I'd rather pay the $30 and just stay at home.
People watch movies to relax. People watch movies to like escape, which is why people need to stop putting politics in movies. Anyway, back to that.
But
Just make it fun.
I like Nolan. I liked freaking Prestige. I like Memento. I wasn't crazy about the whole Dark Knight trilogy, but I did like it.
Yeah.
I love Interstellar. Inception was dope, but he does have some, like, I didn't like Dunkirk. I didn't like Tenet.
Yeah.
There's some of them. He was a producer on Man of Steel. Man of Steel is probably my favorite DC movie of all time, dude. So
he has amazing talent, and he's a great film. He's a masterful filmmaker, and he deserves like every accolade that he gets. And like, he has his bad movies. Like, Tenet's not a great movie, and in my opinion, I think Interstellar is very, very overrated. But I love Inception. I love The Dark Knight, and I love Dunkirk. Like, I know you don't like
I hate Dunkirk.
I love Dunkirk.
Yeah. How can you make a PG?
My dad and me went to go see that movie. That's his favorite war movie to date.
What? Oh my God, Mr. Sizemore, are you serious? Dunkirk is better than Saving Private Ryan?
My dad.
I don't think so, man.
My dad is a massive historical nut. Like, he knows so much about those battles and the history behind those battles. Like, he was like ratting off historical elements every time we leave the theater.
Mr. Sizemore, we're gonna have to talk. I can't believe you said Dunkirk is better than Saving Private Ryan. That's insane.
Personally, I don't believe so, but honestly, it's a great movie, and I can't believe you don't like it.
Because it's a war movie. It's PG-13. I want, like...
That PG-13 movie is more intense than most war movies.
I guess.
It has more tension-filled moments than most war movies.
Get out of my face. Whatever. I'm not a big Nolan fan. If
I
Netflix wants to take a gamble, I'm taking it. That's whatever. They'll be fine.
I understand.
Next subject.
All right, next subject. Quentin Tarantino wants to do a Rambo movie or a First Blood remake starring Kylo Ren's very own, what's his name?
He's talking about his 10th movie. He's just throwing ideas. He hasn't decided what he's going to do yet because he keeps on throwing all these different ideas.
Yeah.
But one of his ideas is a remake of First Blood actually based on the book. Because he said he's read the book, and the First Blood movie with Stallone is loosely based on the book.
Yeah.
And he's done his own thing, but he said his would be a direct adaptation.
Right.
And he's got Adam Driver that would play Rambo. Oh my God! Could you imagine Adam Driver playing
In
that
a
part?
Quentin Tarantino movie?
And then Kurt Russell playing the crooked cop,
Legendary.
the crooked sheriff. Oh my God! It would be bloody. It would be violent. It would be the dialogue would be amazing.
Yeah.
To see, oh God, man, yeah, this would be better than the race swap Pulp Fiction. I think, man.
It wasn't a race swap Pulp Fiction or not Pulp Fiction. Reservoir Dogs.
Oh, Reservoir Dogs. He
Yeah.
said it would be a race swap, like he would use black characters instead of white. I don't know.
That's not what I read.
That's what I read.
That's what you read?
Yeah. I'm not saying it'd be bad, but I'd rather see this.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, if you got, like, Idris Alba and Lenny James and, like, Chiwetel Ejiofor and all these really badass...
Yeah. Man, Idris Elba in a Quentin Tarantino movie?
No, not just Idris Elba. Like, Chiwetel Ejiofor, Lenny James. I mean, if you get all these other badass British, like black actors, I could go for it. But I think just Rambo is more violent.
Well, I think...
Have you ever seen their first original, like
Yeah,
True
First Blood,
where
of
he's
course I
like...
have.
He's basically playing guerrilla warfare in America against
Yeah.
these sheriffs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, Adam Driver would tear that up, dude.
Here's the thing, though. I think of all the movies in the Rambo trilogy, that is cemented as cinematic classics. And, like, I understand there are flaws with that movie, definitely, and it's definitely dated. But at the same time, like, Sylvester Stallone made that movie, and that is still a brutal and good movie.
Yeah,
It's hard to say, like, I understand, like, it may not have followed the source material book to a T, but at the same time, like, it cemented itself as a movie classic. I don't know if that's a good idea for Quentin Tarantino to just say, hey, for my last movie, let's remake this. And for him to, like, do Reservoir Dogs, a different version of that, like, that's his own movie. Like, I can understand that more than I can understand Rambo. So to say that, like, I don't know.
It's based on a novel, man. Like, it was Rambo. It was Sylvester's thing, but it wasn't like his creation.
It wasn't.
Just like Running Man with Arnold Schwarzenegger. That movie is based on a Stephen King novel. It's loosely based on it. If you read the book, it's nothing like the actual movie.
Yeah.
And Quentin Tarantino will go back to the novel and adapt the novel, man.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think it'd be awesome, man. It'd be a cheap movie. He can probably spend like $50 million making it in the woods in Oregon, and I'm thinking it would be dope, man.
I think it would be something interesting, and if he has an idea for it, because it's Quentin Tarantino, like, he's not going to make a movie like and just halfway.
The one
do
movie
it.
I want to see him do is the movie he's not going to. Oh, there's two movies I want to see him do. That graphic novel he helped write, where it's Django meets Zorro. And Django and Zorro team up.
Can that be it?
And he
please?
actually wrote that. He actually wrote that comic, and they
Yeah,
made it into
he
a
did.
comic. And then also, I want to see him maybe Kill Bill 3, where the Black Mamba's daughter comes after the bride. That would.
See, I think that movie, and especially like Quentin Tarantino's working experience with Uma Thurman, has kind of died. I think Kill Bill's fine where it left off. I would honestly be fine with Django and Zorro. That would be a great ending.
Django and Zorro would be dope, man. To see him team up with Zorro, and if you saw the pictures of Zorro doesn't look like he does like Antonio Banderas Zorro.
Yeah.
He's like a desperado with a cowboy hat and 6 shooters, and he wears a different kind of mask, and he doesn't have a sword. He's like a gunslinger. So it's like him and Django. It looks.
Yeah,
so
because Django was one of his best movies.
Yes,
but
my
imagine if he
favorite.
did a Zorro movie and with Antonio Banderas. I
No,
know he probably
I don't
won't play
think it would be Ben. I think it'd be someone like
don't
maybe
like
Diego Luna.
Do you like Antonio Banderas?
I do, but he's too old. He's already in his 60s,
he is
man.
old now. That's true.
Diego Luna would. I think because if you look at the comic, like Zorro's really, really like thin and skinny. Like Diego Luna's really thin. You know, I just think Diego Luna would be a badass. Or I'm sorry, not Diego Luna, but my man. Right here, Pedro Pascal.
And that no. Pedro Pascal.
Pedro Pascal.
No one else but Pedro
No
Pascal.
one else, but yeah.
He
would be a dope Zorro, man.
My gosh.
He would be the dopest effing Zorro
Dude,
ever.
Imagine a fight. Not a fight with just Zorro and Django, but not them versus a horde. But it's like the Candyland
Desperado,
shootout.
like Desperado style. They're just
No, the Candyland shootout with that kind of gore, with that kind of blood. Ooh, that would be the best fight
sick,
ever.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
That would be the Quentin Tarantino standoff or send off that we need.
That's what I'm saying. His last movie's got to be ape shit crazy. Dial to like 20 from 10 to 25. Dude.
His last movie needs to be the ending of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, cranked up to 11.
But could you see like Rambo with like an M60, like killing a bunch of people, like cutting their throats and like killing them guerrilla style?
I guess so. And maybe I'm just thinking of it differently, but maybe Quentin Tarantino does have a legitimate good idea for it. Maybe he has a vision.
And he's
for
already
it.
thought of a cast, like casting it.
Yeah.
So he's actually giving this movie a lot of like thought, to actually go into casting.
Maybe I don't know. I don't see it, but maybe he has a better vision than I do. I don't know.
I don't know. If he decides to do it, I'm down with it, man.
I'm interested. We'll see how it works out.
Whatever he does, even if he does the Reservoir Dogs, race swap, I don't give a damn. I mean, I mean,
to be honest, like personally, Reservoir Dogs makes a little more sense than Rambo, but at the same time, like it's his last movie. He has a vision for it, and he knows what he wants. Go out, do whatever you want.
I think it's gonna be another 3 or 4 years to even hear about a notion of what he has, because he's gonna take his time.
He has a kid now. He's got a wife.
I know, but you can still be a filmmaker and still be a father.
No, that's true. But at the same time, like he's become a father, and he has a wife now. Like some things come first before filmmaking, and the fact that here's one of the things that endures me about Quentin Tarantino a little bit, because when he was in the Joe Rogan podcast, you can tell there was an ego with him. Like, obviously, he's proud of what he does, but there's an ego with him. But at the same time, like, he clearly loves his wife, and he clearly, like, loves his newborn son. So
I know
that's fun. That's
he has
nice
an ego,
to see.
But he's earned his ego.
He does.
You know what I'm
He
saying?
has.
I mean, I'm pretty sure if we ever met him, he'd probably think we're total dumbasses, but I don't care.
We are.
But I mean, this is a guy that worked at a video store, at the counter like you.
Yeah.
And he just wrote a script and then wrote another script. And then he just bet on himself, and he just took steps to where he is now, man.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's earned his right to brag. It's like Tom Brady, Tom Brady can brag as much as he's got 7 Super Bowl rings.
Yeah.
You
can hate him all you want.
Yeah,
but
you can hate him all. Yeah, he might be the most arrogant person in the damn room, but he's earned it.
Yeah, he's better than you. So
he's better than me for football. That's for sure.
yeah, it's like what Conor McGregor used to be, and now he sucks.
Poor guy. Anyways, next topic.
All right, next topic. All right, Taika Waititi is going to do a Flash Gordon movie, or maybe
my
doing
God.
a Flash Gordon movie.
This is crazy.
Why don't you talk about this?
Well, I read an article today where he wrote a script for a Flash Gordon animated movie.
Yeah.
And then the producer, script writer, producer, excuse me, they finished it, and he's like, told Taika, this needs to be made in live action. This cannot be animated. This has to be live action. And Taika's like, well, let's do a live action. So I don't know what that means, if he's gonna produce it or direct it, because he's one of the hottest commodities in Hollywood right now, dude. He really is. He is fire hot right now, dude. Everybody wants him.
Well, the fact that he's in a position to like pick and choose which one he wants to direct and which one he just wants to be. Like you said, like he's a hot commodity now. He's producing his own television series. He's directing Thor, like the 4th Thor movie, and he's acting in.
And he
Free
still
Guy.
helps out with independent films. Like he still does a lot of independent stuff, man.
Yeah, he can do whatever he wants, and honestly, that position, like that's great for him. Like I'm honestly very happy for Taika Waititi in his position that he's in.
But could you imagine what a Flash? Have you ever watched Flash Gordon?
I've watched bits and pieces. Like I'm not.
Could you
100%
imagine what
familiar.
his Flash Gordon would look like?
I think he's the only person that can make a modern day Flash Gordon.
Oh my God, I cannot wait to see Thor: Love and Thunder, because that's gonna set the barometer for Flash. Yeah. If he decides to take on Flash Gordon, I mean, he can do it. I know he can, man. He's an amazing everything: producer, writer, director, whatever, actor. I don't mean to be like jocking his style, but I'm sorry, dude. From an independent film guy like we do independent film, to see where he's at now and still have love for the independent scene and still make movies that are intimate and that are low budget and that are like Oscar worthy, not just the big, blockbuster movies, but also have time to take to make something really heartfelt and warm and good.
Yeah.
It just says a lot about his character and him as an artist. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
he took time from doing Thor Ragnarok, and then he made Jojo
he made
Rabbit.
Jojo Rabbit. That was amazing. It was a really good movie, man.
a
It made me
great movie.
cry, man. You know,
And Scarlett Johansson's in that one. She did amazing in that
Yeah.
one. She 100% deserved her Oscar nomination in that movie.
everyone.
And the kid in that movie, like, he's a great He's a great director of kids. Directing kids is hard, man.
Tycho was awesome in that movie. He played Hitler in his own movie. I saw an interview and he was like, "Yeah, who the f- am I gonna get to ask to play Hitler? Nobody. No one's gonna want to play Hitler in this
He
day
had
and
the
age."
balls
He's
to
like,
do
"So
it
I'm
himself."
gonna do it. I'll do it."
And it was hilarious.
And it was hilarious, dude.
What's a movie that you can go in and say, like, oh, hit that guy who played Hitler. He was hilarious.
I really want to
Well, you
watch
can't
Free
say
Guy,
that.
and I think he's directing an episode of Mandalorian season 3. I think he's coming back.
Yeah.
And then his show What We Do in the Shadows season 3 is coming out, and they already got approved for season 4. And then he has another show coming out called
Reservation Dogs?
Reservation Dogs.
Yeah.
There you go. He's producing.
See, I saw a trailer for that today.
Did you like it?
I didn't like it.
I thought it was pretty cool, man.
As soon as I saw Reservation Dogs, like, I hate this.
Oh my
I hate this because I started watching Reservoir Dogs like last night, and I remember like how good that movie was for such a low budget film that was, and the fact that was like Quentin Tarantino's like first real feature film. I know he directed a feature film before that it was technically never released, but at the same time,
which one was that?
My Best Friend's Birthday. That's actually on you. Like, it never got finished, but it's on YouTube right now. You can actually go see
Really?
My Best
I'm gonna
Friend's
watch that
Birthday.
when I get home.
Yeah, go ahead and watch it. But it's like black and white, bad quality. But he's in it. Like, there are like a few of his like discount actor friends that are. But this was his first feature film, and like I have so much respect to the fact that he made that feature film and had the balls to make it like what that movie was, like ultra violent, like the swearing up to 11. Like the fact that you had the balls to make that with like such a low budget and no name for yourself, like. Good on you, dude. So to see that and the legacy of that movie is Reservation Dogs, it speaks by itself, but at the same time, like, I don't know. I don't know.
My cousin started watching Willingham Paranormal. It's like a spinoff of What We Do in the Shadows, but it deals with ghosts and exorcism and stuff.
Yeah.
And she really liked it. She thought it was pretty badass. I've been trying to watch it too, but my HBO Max keeps jamming for some reason. But no, if he's gonna do Flash Gordon, if they actually say we're not gonna do this to animation, let's go to live action, it's saying a lot about the script. Like the script must be really, really good, really funny. Because he can do epic, he can do funny, he can do science fiction, he can do colors, and I mean just the color palette of freaking Flash Gordon. The 80s movie is really good, so I can just imagine this one, dude. And who he would cast. Holy cow, who would he cast as Flash Gordon, man? I do not know. Mm-hmm. Chris Evans, maybe? Chris Helmsworth. He'd probably cast Chris Helmsworth as
Chris Evans or Chris Hemsworth. One of the Chris's would be really good.
Even Christopher Pratt would be badass as Flash Gordon.
I could see that. Chris Pratt would be good. He can
and
play
then,
the good role.
The Hawkman, who would be the leader of the Hawkmen. I mean, I don't know, man.
It's good to have a good producer that understands what you have. I want to go back to Reservoir Dogs for a second. When Quentin Tarantino was going to make that movie, he wanted to like spend $10,000 on that movie and just make it with his friends.
Yep.
But his producer read the script and says, "Nah, man, you gotta I can give you money. Like, give me a few months and I can give you the money.
Give me 3 months and I'll get you some money to make this movie."
Exactly. That is a perfect duo right there. If you have a producer. You're my producer on Ground Zero. You had faith in the material. You got me what I needed. You are like one of the.
I don't think I can get you $30 million for the next movie,
no,
but I can try.
I'm indie film. Like, I'm an indie film director. You were an indie film producer. Like, you got me what I need, and you had faith in this project, and I could not have made the film without you.
Right.
If there's a producer and a director that they have a understanding of the vision of what the movie needs to be. That's a perfect duo, and the fact that he's reaching out to Taika Waititi and saying, "This deserves to be live action. Let's do live action."
It says a lot, yeah, absolutely,
That's awesome.
And has faith in like this will be better in live action. We can't, it says a lot about his talent, dude.
Yeah,
so
that's great. All right, last topic of the day.
Last topic, sorry, man.
House of Gucci. I think I messed that up. House of Gucci trailer.
House of Gucci
came out as of recent, starring Lady freaking Gaga.
Oh my god! And Adam Driver, Jeremy Irons, Al Pacino, and who's the other?
I'm walking here. A bunch of other people.
A bunch of other
I'm
Academy
looking,
Award
you start
nominees.
Talking, I'm gonna
and Jared Leto
as unrecognizable old man. My goodness.
Hey, look at such a firecracker
What
there.
is-
I don't know, but
Directed by Ridley
Scott just released a Duel like last week, and that movie looks really awesome. And it's got, excuse me,
disgusting.
Anyways, he just released a trailer last week, and it was The Last Duel, and it was the medieval movie. And this week he releases another movie he's directing called House of Gucci, based on the Gucci family and the Gucci designer line.
Yeah.
And just within the family itself. And I don't know anything about Gucci. I'm a poor man. I don't wear Gucci, so I don't know nothing about Gucci. But I want to watch this movie because this movie looks badass, man. Like, this movie looks like Wolf of Wall Street meets, I don't know, like maybe Goodfellas. It looks really good.
It looks like a less funny but more gritty version of Wolf of Wall Street.
Yes.
And let's just talk about Lady Gaga for a second.
Holy shit.
Oh my gosh, she's such a great actress.
She is so good, man.
She came to a fire.
I didn't even know that was her.
Yeah.
I was like, because I watched the trailer and the whole time I was like, who is this chick?
Yeah.
I've seen her before, but I don't know who she is. And then it said Gaga. I was like, holy cow. Lady Gaga's, she's basically gonna the forefront of this movie.
Yeah. This is her second big acting role. It's next to A Star Is Born. If you haven't seen A Star Is Born, stars
really good.
Oh
Very
my gosh,
good.
what's his name? Not Chris.
Bradley Cooper.
Bradley Cooper, directed by Bradley Cooper, also stars Bradley Cooper, and next to him Lady Gaga. Oh my freaking gosh, she's a wonderful actress. I didn't even know how good she was going to be, and then I saw the movie she's amazing. Any Oscar nominations that she got from that movie, she deserved. But the fact that she's going to continue her acting career with Ridley Scott, and the fact she's the forefront of this movie,
like a major film, not she's doing, like that John Cena, Bringing Down the House or whatever, Man on Fire. She's not doing some stupid cash grab movie. She's actually giving it her all, man. It says a lot about her, her acting career.
Yeah, and you see a lot of artists and singers out there that try to be in movies, and they do cameos and stuff, and some are fine, and some are
and not
how
just
much
that,
do they pay you?
She's
to be
in scenes with Adam Driver and Al Pacino, and she's holding her own against these actors. And Jared Leto, she's giving them what for, dude. She's, I don't wear Gucci, but I want to watch this movie, dude.
Yeah, Adam Driver is a seasoned actor already.
He really is, man.
And she's holding her own against him. And Al Pacino, it's freaking Al Pacino. Let me say that again. It's Al Pacino. And that's Godfather right there.
Yeah, he's Al Pacino. He's amazing. He's an amazing actor. He's just hands down one of the best of all time.
Yeah.
And Adam Driver is trending that way. Every role he gets, he does not disappoint. Like the Duel, the only reason I really want to watch the Duel is because Adam Driver looks. Just his scenes in that movie look amazing. He is such a good actor, and to see him like to dial it down from that to this, another totally different role, and actually be look good in the role, it's just amazing, man.
Adam Driver's commitment to these movies, if he doesn't get an Oscar in the next few years, I'm gonna be upset.
Or freaking Jared Leto, you can't even tell it's him. Mm-hmm. And he just looks.
I know there's a community out there that just hates Jared Leto.
I like Jared Leto. I know it's
it's fun to hate Jared Leto, but at the same time, he's a good actor.
He's from Texas. He's a Dallas boy, Texas raised. I give it up to my Texas actors.
Yes, sir.
And to come to be a 30 Minutes to Mars was his band, to be a front man from a band, and to go from rock and rolling to an Academy Award. He's not just an actor, he's an Academy Award winning actor.
Yeah.
He's won it.
Yeah.
So he is legit.
As much as your Joker sucked, you deserve a good acting nominations.
That one part where he's talking to Adam Driver's character about Lady Gaga, you got the firecracker there. Just the look.
You
of
don't know
him.
it's him.
I couldn't tell it was him, dude. I was like, who is that? That's freaking Leto, man. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I don't know. This movie looks amazing, dude. Like the Duel looks good, but House of Gucci just looks phenomenal, dude.
Yeah. I think Ridley Scott is in the middle of a new film resurgence because a lot of his movies that has come out as of recent have been kind of hit or miss. Like The Martian was an amazing movie. That's one of his best in my opinion. And then Alien,
Covenant was that was just horrible garbage. Yeah,
we don't talk about the movie, but a movie that came out as recent, well, not a while back. All the Money in the World, also a great
Was a good
movie.
one, yeah.
Wonderful movie. I think he's kind of hitting his stride. I think he's kind of finding a new stride. So if he keeps like this consistent movie basis coming out, like Ridley Scott's gonna like find a new stride and find like a resurgence in his movie career.
Yeah, he's another all-time great, man, that's been around.
is.
I think he's had more competent movies than Steven Spielberg. Like, I feel like he still takes a lot of risk, and Spielberg really doesn't.
I think he takes more risks, but I don't think he's made more competent movies than Steven Spielberg because he has had a lot of screw ups. And as much as I understand that Steven Spielberg has kind of faltered over the years,
Right.
I think for the amount of classics that Steven Spielberg, like there's a reason that Steven Spielberg is still considered the best filmmaker of all time, just considering the amount of innovations and classics that he's made. Like people tend to overlook like everything that Steven Spielberg has done.
Like Jaws and E.T. and
I mean, his first like big like it wasn't his first feature film, but one of his like I think it was his second feature film, Jaws. It was nominated for Best Picture. It wasn't nominated for Best Director, which is a pile of balls. But at the same time, like Jaws was nominated for Best Picture that year. That's crazy. And it was essentially invented the summer blockbuster. And then he like revitalized CGI with Jurassic Park.
Yeah, it's just.
And then made the alien genre prominent with E.T. And like he did so many classics. So no one can ever knock down Steven Spielberg. But at the same time, Ridley Scott's a great filmmaker.
No, I'm not. I just feel like I've liked, like in the last 10 years, I've liked more Ridley Scott movies than I've liked Steven Spielberg movies. Like even Alien Covenant wasn't great, but I still kind of liked that franchise, man.
It had balls.
It's just, I don't know, man. It just didn't work for me, but I still kind of liked it a little bit, you know?
There's something to say in the filmmaker that's able to at least take the risk. And even if it doesn't land, like, I can respect that. Like, for me, like, in my opinion, Glass is a painfully underrated movie.
Yeah.
I know there are a lot of people out there that don't like it and that think that doesn't stick the landing. I 100% disagree. And I will fight anyone who disagrees with that Glass. Like, I will defend that movie till I die.
I like Glass. I thought Glass was way better than Old. Old was... I didn't hate it, but I wasn't thrilled about it, and I was confused at the end.
Yeah.
So, but it was still pretty cool. It was an experience. I would rather wait till early access on Prime Video, but it's whatever, you know. But yeah, like I don't know, like I really hope this is a good movie. It looks really good. It looks beautifully shot. It's a timepiece. It's like from the 70s till now or whatever, and everyone's got makeup where they're getting older and they look, they look old. Like Lady Gaga goes from being a freaking dish to being an older dish. Yeah. Because I don't care if she's like in her 30s or 50s, she's still gorgeous, you know. Mm-hmm. So
my goodness, Lady Gaga,
bellissima. She's Italian, bellissimo, mamacita.
I will say, like, whatever Ridley Scott does, the production quality in every single one of his movies is
awesome.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So like this movie is going to be on a logistic level, on a production level, on a cinematography level. It's going to look amazing.
It's already got Oscar buzz already, dude. All these Oscar winners in it. It's already got Oscar buzz, and like it looks good. So
yeah, get Adam Driver that Oscar because
he doesn't. Well, let him earn it, man. I think he's gonna get one. It's just every time he goes up for an Oscar, he's going up against some really good talent like Leo, Joaquin, Joe Pesci, he's De Niro. He's going up against
Marriage Story. Marriage Story came out the same year as Joker. What was it? Walking Phoenix came out, and like he
killed it. He
deserved it. He deserved it. I will say it's a hard-earned argument that Adam Driver should have won.
Okay, well, also Leo was nominated that year too, so I think Leo did a better job in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood than Adam Driver did in Marriage Story.
I disagree, but I do.
What? Are you disagree?
I disagree.
That's your favorite Quentin Tarantino movie?
It is my favorite Quentin Tarantino movie, and I love that movie.
Wow, this is major, y'all. Wow.
I think like if you're going to compare, like I don't have to think that Once Upon a Time in Hollywood did everything better than every movie. I just happen to love that movie better. I just think, in my opinion, if you're talking about leading roles, I think Adam Driver did a better performance than Leonardo DiCaprio. That is not to take anything from Leonardo DiCaprio.
No, you are so wrong. Oh, my God. Leo was... Leo. If it wasn't for Joker, Leo should have won. But
You know what
Joker was so good. Joker. Oh my God. Joaquin
You know when
was
Leo
so good.
should have won? Leo should have won for Django Unchained.
I know, but he wasn't technically. Anyways, but.
Yeah.
He's like, you had to go out and you had to drink 15 whiskey sours. He's like, what's wrong with you? You better get your shit straight. And he's like, man, that was
It was so funny.
yeah, it was good because he's like, and I don't know, it just that
It was fun. It felt real.
It felt like he's really giving himself a pep talk. I don't know, it was just Leo was really good. I think he was better than Adam. Sorry, bro. I liked Adam in A Marriage Story, but
you know who did deserve it? Brad Pitt. Man, he was good in that movie.
Who else was up for
He
support?
was high at the very end. He was pointing at the guy. He was like, "What's your name?" It was like,
It's
shoot
like-
text.
He's looking at his finger. He's like, whoa.
Whoa.
What's your
And here
Rex?
we go.
Mex? That's it. Tex.
No, it's dumber than that.
Dumber
Something
than-
like Rex. Shoot him. Text. That's it. He deserved it. He deserved it.
Yeah.
Brad Pitt deserved an Oscar for that one. But either way, House of Gucci looks amazing. Lady Gaga. My goodness, she's
phenomenal,
wonderful.
dude.
Amazing actress.
I cannot. I'm gonna
Surprisingly good.
watch this just because of her.
Yeah.
She really she's so powerful and she looks powerful in this trailer, dude. Like she's not taking no shit, and just oh god. People say you can't write a powerful woman, but yes you can, man. It's
Just don't do it like Captain Marvel did.
I don't know, man. Like people say it's hard for people to write a powerful. I was raised by strong women. I'm a product of divorce.
Yeah.
I moved from Michigan to Texas when my mom and dad got divorced.
Yeah.
And I had so many friends that were raised by single mothers, and these women were fucking tough, dude.
Yeah.
They were hardworking, tough women that would whoop their sons in public just to put some discipline in them. And me too. Like I didn't know my dad. My dad allowed these women to beat me. They're like, Mr. Gonzalez, your son needs a whooping. Well, whoop him. I'm like, oh, they would look at me like, oh, so I can whoop him too. Like, but I was raised by strong women, man. That's all I know is strong women in my life, and to me, I think it'd be easy to write a strong woman because I'm influenced by them.
Yeah.
I'm a product of them, I treat women because of the way I respect women because of them, you know what I'm saying? So
You need that in your life. Like, I was raised by a strong lady. I love my mom. She is a strong mom. She is an independent woman, and she does not take crap from anyone, nor does my grandma, nor does my other grandma. I have 2 sets of grandparents. They don't take crap from nobody.
Yeah.
Like, I have strong women in my life, and I grew up with that, and I grew up with a respect for women because of them. I grew up with, I'm the man I am today because of those women.
right.
The reason, I get so angry at Captain Marvel and the fact that movie, pretends to be the ascension of the strong female characters, but that character in that movie has no character. I grew up with characters like Kill Bill and Ripley from the Alien movies. I grew up with those kinds of characters, the women that had to go from the ground up and struggled to get where they are, and they ascended past every single person and were better than their male counterparts because of their struggle, because of everything that they've done to get to their part.
Tougher and stronger than them.
Yeah.
Ripley
became the leader out of all those people.
I actually think Sylvie from Loki was a very strong character.
She was.
And I think she was even stronger than Black Widow in her own movie.
Definitely.
She showed more heart and more courage. Courage and just power in her, in that show, so.
We talked about it last time. There's a moment when she's talking to Loki and she shows fear.
Right.
When she's in midst, everyone else, she's confident, she's a leader, and we're going to go do this and we're going to go do this now. But when she's talking to Loki, she opens up to him and is like, I'm scared. I know that there's a moment of failure. And that weakness that she has that may be considered weakness, that just shows how strong that she is, that she knows that there's a possibility of failure, but she's pushing past that.
Right.
And her determination perseveres. And that's what that's why I'm so angry at Captain Marvel, because it takes any, failure and weakness out of the character and just says, she's just strong because she's strong. And that's it.
And I don't think I don't think men would reject a strong woman character.
No, not at all.
A lot of dudes love their moms, and most men, their moms are strong people in their lives. I can't wait to see this movie. I really want to see it. I think she's gonna do amazing. I think if this is her second movie, what a hell of a part
my gosh.
to select. Yeah, and
What a freaking movie career
the
she's
fact
already
she's
had.
sold her own against these other actors is amazing. And
Yeah.
also Jeremy Irons is in it too. He's another Academy Award winner. You know?
Welcome back, Jeremy Irons. I haven't
It's
seen you in a
crazy.
movie in a while.
But yeah, House of Gucci looks badass, dude. I'm ready to watch this. This is something I will watch in the theater because it looks worthy of theater watching. So
Truly. All right, that is going to be it for the 28th episode of the Zillow Boys podcast. Thank you for our 101 subscribers.
What?
If you haven't subscribed to the Zillow Boys podcast, do so. Please, we beg of you. Please subscribe to the Zillow Boys
Spotify,
podcast.
Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Apple Play, Apple Podcasts, wherever you can find us. Just type in Zillow Boys and we'll pop up somewhere. You know?
Definitely. Click the subscription link down below. Click the notification bar down below to get notified on our most recent podcasts and episodes. Also, we will be releasing a short film on our channel called The Bus. So if you subscribe to our channel, you will be notified of The Bus coming very soon to our channel.
Yeah, I just got to see a rough version of the bus before we started the show. It looks pretty good.
Yeah, some would say. Yes.
Some would say.
Someone said it looks pretty
Just two
good.
people would say.
Yeah.
That's some people.
Yeah. It stars me. It stars Ernesto Gonzalez is the lead. Peter Marsh.
I am
and then
not the
me.
lead. I'm just a dude.
You're essentially the lead.
I am not the lead. Peter's the lead. Peter's the one that rips it up.
Peter. Yeah.
We love Peter. We love you, Peter
Love
Marsh.
you, Peter. You're a great guy. All right.
You
that's gonna
handsome devil, you.
Ooh, baby. All right, that was gonna be it. Ernesto, let's get out of here.
Just again, I want to say, I want to give a little bit of love to the strong women in my life: Miss Lomas, Miss Davis, Miss Lopez, my mom Lydia, my stepmom Kathy. Thank you very much for being an influence in my life. And yes, I do love strong women. But roll those credits, Jacob. Thank you.
If we're on that, thank you, Mom. Thank you, both
Thank you,
grandmas.
Miss Sizemore. Thank you, Nana.
Yeah. Love y'all.
Roll those credits, baby. Thank you for the show. 101 subscribers. Thank you, everybody. Yeah.